Hey, what's up? I'm Michael. Today we're going to be doing Dino, Fred and Wilma's dog, their dinosaur dog, and I'm trying out a new method, so please bear with me for this video to see if this works out. If you see a webcam of me down in the corner, then everything worked out. Otherwise, it's not. So I'm going to start off with just a number 2 pencil. Now Dino, first let me say, let's see, my source image is this way, and I am going to be, if I'm on webcam, I'm going to be turning my head that way, so that's why I'm doing that. So Dino starts off with 2 shapes, and I'm going to just draw him the way he is in the book, or somewhat like that. So basically, as I said, he's 2 shapes to start with, and it's an egg shape. Let's see here. I'm going to put this about right here, and the top of it comes flatter, and when it gets here at the edges, it sort of comes down a little bit further, and then about down here, well, let's say another head. So I'm going to measure from here to here. Let's see, right there where I put it. How about that? Okay, so this is going to be about starting here on him, and I'm looking right here and here, and let's see what this does. You don't want to draw a circle, you're going to draw another shape. And let me say now, I'm sorry, we have some extra percussion in the background tonight. This is really round right here at the top, and this is going to go, let's see here, I'm going to actually take my ruler to decide this. If okay, so this is about a ½ inch tall, and this is about 3 inches tall. So that is this is going to be 6 times larger, taller than this. And what I'm going to do is go on and swoop it. I'm going to give him a bigger belly, but swoop it like that. Get right in there. I think because of where my camera's at, I'm going to bring that back up a little bit. Okay, and it's going to come back up here, and this is going to go this way. Now it's not a really big one, but it's sort of an odd shape, like so. You might notice that I'm using just 1 pencil this time at the moment. I've got all of my pencils in here for this stage of it, and when I switch out, I will be going to my pens, which I have in another one, and I have changed up the way I have things set up. Excuse me, I hit the camera. Changed up the way things are set up a little bit, and hopefully I'll be able to get this done a little bit better. But I need an eraser. My eraser is almost dead where it has been so cold. Okay. Okay, well, I thought I got them off, but oh well. So the next part is simply, you're going to connect this by bringing it in here. I'm going to do this a little bit different. I'm going to bring it in a little bit more pronounced, I guess you could say. And then from the back of the head, and it's going to connect about right here. Now, I don't know what kind of dinosaur Dino is, but I believe he's like a baby brontosaurus or something. I don't know. He's so small, I really don't know what he is. His head reminds me of a raptor though, which is really weird. Now his tail is going to have almost a straight line. It's going to come up here, and I'm going to bring it right here, and then his tail comes down and back under, and at this point you come from the bottom and you're going to swoop this around like this, and from here you're going to bring it out and down like so. Okay, now I am going to change this up just a little bit, I think. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. So in the next step, what we're going to do is go on in and add his arms and legs. And let's see, he has some weird little arms. So he is setting up like he's begging. So he's got one arm there, he's got another one here, and it's going to curl in like that, and he gets a little elbow. Now I'm going to go on and actually do his paws. So this is going to be here. It's going to be like this, and then he just has some claws, and he has one coming out here, one here, and then a smaller one here, and that's pretty much it for that. Alright, now I am going to downsize this and move it. So my battery in this is probably going a little bit dead because it's been really cold, about 4 degrees. So anyway, I think I hit the camera and I did not mean to, so I might look like I'm looking a little bit different when I'm talking. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is his legs, and his legs are going to actually, they're kind of weird. This one is just this, and this one is like a paper clip actually. Let's see. Like that. And that actually sort of hides his feet a little bit, and he just has some kneecaps that are like this, and he's got another little thing here. This actually comes a little bit this way, and his feet are just leaf shapes basically. We're going to go for a little, a long, and then a little, and it's the same thing on the other one. Small, it's like a crown shaped leaf. Now you can draw his feet differently if you like it that way. It's really up to you. So that's on my camera pretty good. So I'm gonna maybe move this a little bit. Now he has. Let's get to the better details. He's got a weird little mouth here. Then he has that's not exactly right. He's got a little thing like this, and he actually has an eyeball that sticks out, and then a little eyelid behind that. So you can do that. And then for his hair, now you can just draw 3 shapes if you want, 3 lines. I'm actually going to block it in. Like it's actually more like a dinosaur that has some sort of spikes on their back or something. And this is just on his head. And so again, I'm very sorry for the percussion, as Miss Jessica calls it. I don't have time to do the videos while she's awake sometimes, so she said go ahead and do them. And if she is producing percussion, to say she wants to charge everybody for that. So I'm going to go on in and start filling this out a little bit better now. Alright, so he's got a collar up here. Now again, I'm not drawing this exactly the same way that it's drawn in the book. It's pretty much like it, but it's not all that much like it. I mean, it's a little bit different. And that is pretty much Dino, except for, let's see, he's got a nostril here, and then he has this here. Okay, so this is filled in. These are filled in. Okay, and I'm just going to check it out and make sure that everything is looking right. Okay, so what I'm noticing is he actually has quite a few spots, and he's got his spots sort of running like this, and then he's got some more spots here, and then he's got 2 little spots on this side. Now this is, as I said, it's pretty much the way it's drawn in the book. I'm going to go ahead and skip to the next section, and at this part I will be inking I have some new pens. I will be inking today with a Micron 08 and a Micron brush pen, and I'll be right back for that. Alright, I am back ready to ink. This is going to be done with a Micron 08 and then a Pigma brush. Now Pigma also makes the Microns. I picked up some brush, and then I picked up the graphic as well on this one. I'm just going to use these 2 though. So let's get to business. Okay, first things first, I am going to put the eyeball in. Okay, and then I'm going to swoop up here. Now my pen is not exactly doing everything 100%, so I have to go back and do stuff with it sometimes to get it to work. But I did get a new one for when this one is completely gone. Okay. Now, I am going to put a few of my touches on this. Not anything as bad as I done with Fred and his stubble. I did not like that after I got done with it, so okay. Alright, so this is going to sort of, I'm going to put it like that, and this is going to come out a little bit. I like to give a little bit of depth to it at least. If there's, I know a lot of cartoons don't have a lot of depth, but some of them really do have a little bit more depth than others do, so I would like to give them more depth and make them more my own. Okay, so we're going to go right here, and we're actually going to pull. There we go. Let me grab that. Okay. Now, I am going to be very careful, and I am going to give Dino some weird little claws. Now, the claws that are on the book don't look like this exactly. They're actually a little bit different, and I'm changing them up a little. So, now here, we're going to go in that way, and okay, and let me see here. You want to be steady when you're inking. You don't want to just blow through it really fast, because you will mess up, and the only way to correct that is with whiteout. And unfortunately, if you're on a certain type of paper like this, recycled paper, I think this is recycled, but if you're on a piece of paper like this, you're not going to be able to really do much about that. So from this point, I'm going to go on and switch to the brush pen, and I haven't tried this one, so oh yes, I like this. It's very small. Very small compared to the other one. And it's more like an actual brush. So that's really cool. Now his spots are black, and they don't have to be round, perfectly round anyway. And actually, the way that they are done in the book, they are actually hatched. Sort of like that. I am going to go on and fill them in though. Okay. this is actually a lot, it's not, okay, it's a lot different than the other one. I think I'm going to switch to the other one actually. I like that one, but this one is easier to use. It's actually much easier to use. I'm going to go on through and sort of change the shape of that one I had. Okay. I'm going to come through here, blacken up this back line, and then fill in the rest of this. Now this ink here is not supposed to bleed through. The one on the pigment is not. The Faber-Castell is actually India ink, and it does bleed through. Alright. Let's see here. I'm going to use the other one again. Switch back, because this is really fun, and I could not actually see it. There we go. Now I am going to say the next few videos, the art videos that I do, will not have the webcam in them, and that is because I don't want to have the extra. I don't want to have the extra responsibility. I'm just testing this right now. Something you want to do is, if you're going to have something going around something's neck, like his collar is, then you want it to have a shadow on part of it at least. So that is it, I believe. And let me grab out my eraser and take some of these lines out. What I've done for his collar was I made it a little bit bigger than his neck. Then in the book it's not like that, it's flat on his neck. So I changed that up quite a bit. I believe, let's see here. Besides that, I changed I'm trying to get my eraser out. Besides that though, I changed up the changed it up to where his neck actually goes in it and it meets in it. You don't want it to be exactly flat, but if you do draw it flat, it's going to be easier than if you draw it like I did here. So if you put a little bit more depth to it though, you will definitely have it look better if you add the neckline to at the same place at the top and the bottom, instead of having it sort of one start at the top and then where it comes out at the bottom it's different. You don't really want that to happen. So go on and erase my guidelines as well. Right. I can't believe how well this kneaded eraser works now, because it actually did not work correctly when I first tried it. I never could get the thing to work, and then I tried something else with it and it works fine now. Okay, so let's use this one. And let me just make sure that looks about right. And I think I have moved my table a little bit, maybe. I'm going to do it right here. Dino Flintstone, and that is about it. Now I am going to be doing Barney Rubble and Betty Rubble on my next page. I don't know that I'll be doing a full 4 illustrations per page, 4 cartoons per page, but today is okay, and let me see here. I'm just going to pull out something else, and there we go. And that's it. See you later.